today's lecture. We are going to see first is view of data. Inside it, we are going to see data abstraction, different levels of data abstraction, that is physical level, logical level, and view level. Then we are going to see instances and schemas, and at the end, there are different models for the database systems that we are going to see. So view of data. So database system, actually it is a collection of interrelated data, and there are set of programs that are interacted with that data to allow users to access and modify this data. The major purpose of database system is to provide user with an abstract view of data. So this is the one of the purpose of database system is to provide the abstract view of the data. Means only essential features is visible to the user. I mean whatever user want to see, that view is visible to the user, not whole broad picture of the database system. So this is called as view of data. That is, the system hides certain details of how the data are stored and maintained. So what is the term abstract is? Abstract term means when an important feature is visible to the user, hiding some important implementation details from the user. I will take one example. When we start a car, we are implementing that operation, we are starting the car. But as a user, we don't know how the car is started, how exactly car is started. This is called as abstract. I will take another example. Suppose we are sending one SMS to the recipient. We are writing the SMS and we are sending it by clicking on the send button. Once we click on send button, the SMS is sent to the particular recipient. So as a user, we don't know how exactly that SMS will be delivered to the end user, that is recipient. This is called as abstract. So in this database system, abstract view of data means only important data, only user who want to see data, that only data will be visible to the user. The rest of the data is not visible to the user. That is, the database system hides certain details of how the data are stored and maintained. So next is data abstraction. For the system to be usable, it must retrieve data efficiently. This is one of the important feature of database system. For the system to be usable, it must retrieve data efficiently in easy manner. The need for efficiency has led designers to use complex data structures and to represent data in the database system. To facilitate data retrieval facility efficiently, there are some complex data structure behind the scene wherein we are storing the data inside the database system. So the designers use the complex data structure to keep that data, and that complex data structure allows user to retrieve the data efficiently. Since many database system users are not computer trained, developer hides the complexity from the user through several levels of abstraction. As the user, we don't know details of the database system or any organizational database system. Only what user come across, he is come across the data that he want to see. So to simplify users interaction with the system, the developers hide the complex structure or implementation from the user. It is called as data abstraction. The next is different levels of data abstraction. So first level is called as physical level. In this physical level, it is the lowest level of abstraction. What it does, it describes how the data are actually stored. This physical level describes how exactly the data is stored inside the database system. The physical level describes complex low-level data structures in detail. So to store the data, it uses the data structure. So it describes that complex data structure. This level describes how a record is stored. For example, you are having a database of customers. How that particular customer record is stored, it is described at the physical level. Keep in mind, it's the lowest level of abstraction wherein we are going to store the data and it describes how exactly data is stored. It is called as physical level. Next level is called as logical level. It describes what data are stored in the database and what relationship exists among those data. Again, understand by the name logical level, it describes what data you are going to store in the database and what relationship exists among those data. The logical level describes the entire database in terms of small number of relatively simple structures. Although implementation of simple structures at the logical level may involve complex physical level structures as well. The user of the logical level does not need to be aware of this complexity. This is referred to as physical data independence. Now we are going to see logical level again. What happens in this logical level is it will decide what data are stored in the database and what relationship exists among those data. Suppose you want to store a particular data in database, what that data is, that is called as logical level. And at the physical level, exactly data is stored, how data is stored. So whatever data you are storing, you need to store into database by unaware of physical level, that is how it is stored. So it is called as physical data independence. Means in logical level you can store any kind of data by unknowingly physical level, how exactly it is stored in the database. This is referred to as physical data independence. Data administrators who must decide what information to keep in the database uses the logical level of abstraction. So at the database administrator, they are putting the data into database and they are working at the logical level. So they are unaware about how exactly it is stored. That is done by that structure is already decided by the developer and that data is stored into it. Again, we will see with the help one example what is logical level. It describes data stored in database and the relationship among the data. I will take one example here. For example, you are going to store the data of instructor. So this is the notation to define the instructor data. You have to say type instructor is equal to record. This is the, in simple words, name of the table. And then there are columns in this instructor. ID, that is string. String means in ID you are going to store the string values. Name, it is again data type is string, means again you are going to store the string values into a name. Next is department name, again type is string, means you are going to store the string types into a department name. And then last one is salary. In this salary you are going to store the integer values, that's why the data type is integer. And at the end, this is the end of the instructor record. So this is called as a particular data. This is the I am going to create one table of instructor having 4 columns: ID, name, department name, and salary, that I want to store into a database level. This work in the logical level. So next is view level. As the name suggests, view level is the highest level of abstraction. It describes only part of the entire database. As the name suggests, in the view level, only particular view of the database is visible to the user as per the requirement of the user. This is the highest level of abstraction. Even though the logical level uses simpler structures, complexity remains because of the variety of information stored in a large database. Many users of the database system do not need all this information. Instead, they need to access only a part of the database. In the database system, huge number of data is stored and there are many users of the database, and a particular user don't need all the data present in the database. So what this data user need, it requires the data as per the need of that particular person. Only small part of the database is needed for that person to carry out the day-to-day transaction. So that part is visible to the user. It is called as view. And all these operations are carried out in the view level. The view level of abstraction exists to simplify their interaction with the system. As I said earlier, the system may provide many views for the same database because there are different users for the database. They can have different view to that particular database. So that database has a different views. So again, what is view level? In other words, the application programs hide details of data types is called as view level. Views can also hide information for security purposes. For example, employee's salary. This is the one example of view. So diagrammatically, these are the 3 levels of abstraction. First is view level, next is logical level, and last is physical level. This is your physical level. In the physical level, as we have seen, physical level work and at the end, that is at the bottom level. And this physical level describes how your data is stored into a database system. Whereas this logical level is going to decide what data and relationship among the data into a database system. This is the work done in the logical level. What happens in this view level? There are different views of the database, and these different views required by the different users. So there are 3 types of there are 3 levels: view level, logical level, and physical level. Again, I'm repeating it. The physical level decide how your data is stored. This logical level is decide what data you are going to store and the relationship among the data. And view level decides different views of the data. So these are the different. So these are the three levels of data abstraction. For example, now we are going to see these different levels by taking one example. For example, we may describe a record as follows. I will take the same example. Type instructor is equal to record. ID is character of 5 length. Name character 20 length. Department name character 20 length. And salary numeric 8/2. So this is the instructor relation wherein we have 4 columns: ID, name, department name, and salary. In the ID column, we are going to store ID of the instructor. In the name column, we are going to store the instructor name. In the department name, we are going to store the instructor department name. Whereas in salary, we are going to store the salary of the instructor. So similarly, we can have different relations in the university organization. We take here example of university organization. For example, the university organization may have department relation with different fields. Here it is department with department name, the building name of the department, and budget of the department. This could be a one relation. Next is course with fields, course ID, title, department name, and credits. Next is student with fields, ID, name, department name, and total credit. So such kind of relations you can find out in any relation by looking at their structures. So what happened at the physical level? At the physical level, the relations like instructor, department, and student can be described as a block of consecutive storage locations. This physical level works in the memory. There is different memory locations wherein that respective relations information is stored. It is called as block of consecutive storage locations. The compiler hides this level of detail from the programmer. Once you insert the data into this relation, automatically that data is stored. By unknowingly, by the user or programmer don't know how it is exactly stored on the inside the memory. So this is happen in the physical level. What happened in the logical level? Each such record is described by a type definition and interrelationship of these record types is defined as well. So this is happen in the logical level. Every record is described by its type definition and interrelationship of these records types. So this will happen in logical level. So what happened in the view level? As we have seen, computer users see a set of application programs that hides details of the data types. At the view level, several views of the database are defined and the database user sees some or all of these views. So as I said earlier, the important view of the database is only visible to the user. This is called as view. So with this example, this will happen at the physical level, the information is stored in the consecutive locations. At the logical level, what data is you are going to store? You are going to store that type definition, their interrelationship is defined. And at the view level, from this data, what user want to view, that view is given to the user. So next point is instance and schemas. So what is instance, what is meant by schema, that we are going to see. So database changes over time as information is inserted and deleted. Keep in mind, in database, every day information is inserted, information is updated, information is deleted. So for it is changing in every day. Something happens inside your database. New information is inserted, some old information is deleted. Sometimes you need to update some information. So this will happen inside the database. The collection of information stored in the database at particular moment is called an instance of the database. Keep in mind, at that particular moment, we are going to store the data that is called as instance of the database. Instance means for that time only, because every time we are going to update the database. So it is called as instance of the database. The overall design of the database is called the database schema. So what is meant by schema is the detailed design of the database is called as database schema. So actually schema is nothing but the logical structure of the database. We are going to see what is schema in the next unit. It is just introduction here. It is a logical structure of the database. For example, the database consists of information about a set of customers and accounts and the relationship between them. So at the what happened at the there are two types of schemas. First one is physical schema and next one is logical schema. So in physical schema, database design at the physical level. So how exactly your data is stored, it is decided in the physical schema. It works in the physical level. Whereas in the logical schema, database design at the logical level. So this logical schema will work in the logical level, and all we are going to work in logical level and view level. We are not going to work in physical level because it is already decided how that data is stored, what are the different data structures, what are the different algorithms, techniques used to store the database. We are not going to work on it. Only we are going to work on logical level and view level. So next is instance. The actual content of the data of the database at particular point in time is called as instance. As I just said, when database is changed for time, every time it is changing. I take one example. Currently we are using the daily pack of 1.5 GB. Every time from your account you are using the data, and data that the daily limit is reducing for time. Every time it is changing. It is called as, for that particular time, that is called as instance of the data. So it is the actual content of the database at particular point in time. Next is physical data independence. So in this physical data independence, or what is this physical data independence is? It is the ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schema. Again, I am repeating, it is the ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schema. So applications depends on the logical schema, and in general, the interface between the various layers and components should be well defined so that changes in some part do not seriously influence others. So what happened in this, just understand it thoroughly. At the physical data independence, where your or the database developers are working on this level, they are changing the internal structure of the database, how the data is stored, without affecting the logical level. It is called as data independence.